Hi everybody, welcome to the Messy Cook by Dale. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. We are back to our food truck and street food recipes, and I'm really excited because we're going to Louisiana, specifically New Orleans, and we are doing po' boys. Now, po' boys are a staple in street food in Louisiana, or specifically in New Orleans. Great. And let me tell you that it started, a restaurateur in New Orleans started to make these back in the 1920s. He would fill these bread with shrimp, because shrimp was very plentiful in the Gulf Coast area, and he would give them to union workers who were on strike, and he called them the poor boys. And that name stuck, and they've been eating them ever since, and they're so delicious. Now, they're made with shrimp, but they can also be made with chicken or beef or codfish, which is really popular down there as well. So it's a process. So we're going to go through it very slowly, and we'll put it all together. We're going to start first with what is really important with this recipe. What makes this recipe different from other submarine sandwiches is the Remoulade sauce. Did I say that right, Dan?
Remoulade.
Remoulade sauce. It is a Cajun, and it is delicious, and it's spicy, and it brings it to a whole different level. So we're going to start with making that. I have in here, let me see how much I have of this. 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. To that, I'm going to add about a teaspoon or so of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice. And if you could see, I cut the bottom off so that it sits in there nice and steady. So we put that in there. I want to make sure I don't get any, there we go. Lemon juice, that's done. Let me put this over here. To that, I am going to add 1 cup of mayonnaise. That goes in there. Dan and I went to New Orleans many years ago with the kids, and we had the best time, hey Dan? It was so much fun, but it was stinking hot. My God, it was really hot. Okay, to this, I'm going to be adding some relish, pickled relish, and I'll tell you how much is in there. Pickled relish, 2 tablespoons. All of the ingredients, of course, and the measurements are going to be down below in the description box. So if I make a mistake, just go there to look. I make sure those are correct. So that goes in there. To that, about a teaspoon or so of capers, which I roughly chopped. That goes in there. If you don't like capers, you can leave it out. 2 garlic cloves, which are chopped, minced. That goes in there. Oh, this sauce is delicious. Okay, so we're going to, what's next? We're going to put some hot sauce. Nothing like hot sauce. Hot sauce. How much of this do we put in? Let me just make sure. Hot sauce, 2 teaspoons. I'm going to eyeball it. 1, 2. Worcestershire sauce, same thing. 2 teaspoons, I believe. Yes, 1, 2. Okay, whoops, making a mess. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. And to that, we're going to add, I want to make sure I don't leave anything out. We're going to add some paprika. Let me just get something to wipe my hands with. So we have paprika, 1.5 teaspoons of paprika. Again, I'm going to eyeball it. That's about 1.5 teaspoons. Worcestershire sauce, did we put that in? Yes, we did. Capers, hot sauce, lemon juice, dill pickle, relish, cloves, garlic. We're done. There it is. No salt and pepper in this one. I'm going to give this a taste. Oh, this is so good. Look at this, Dan. So lovely. Okay. Let me give it a taste. Oh, it's really good. Okay, so I'm going to put this here, and we're going to prepare the shrimp. All right, let me get rid of some of this stuff. Put it here. Okay, now the shrimp. You're going to get 2 pounds of shrimp that have been deveined. They've been shelled, and the tails are taken off. I buy sustainable shrimp, fresh. You can buy them frozen as well. So there's 2 pounds here. They're all prepared, ready to go. So that is another step. Now we're going to do step number 2, which is coating the shrimp. So in here I have 1.5 cups of AP flour, all-purpose flour, and 1 cup of cornmeal. That's in there. That's been mixed in there. So the cornmeal will give a little bit of a crunch to the shrimp, and it's just a staple in the South as well. Okay, that's that. Now the wet ingredients. Let me make sure I've got all of this in here. Yes, mix it. Okay, so that's that. The wet ingredients are buttermilk, which is easy to find nowadays. Let me make sure I have this. Let me get the 1 cup of buttermilk. That's a half, so that's 1 cup. 1 cup of buttermilk. And some hot sauce. Again, I'm going to eyeball it. Okay. And now we're going to, let me make sure I've got all this. Okay, to this I'm going to add, whoops. No, I'm going to get this. Okay, now I'm going to get another bowl, and we are going to make a rub for the shrimp, or a spice rub for the shrimp. All right, 2 I'm going to do for the shrimp, kosher salt. I've got 3 teaspoons, sorry. I'm going to eyeball this. There's the salt. Paprika, we have 2 teaspoons. Eyeball it. There. Garlic powder, we have 1 teaspoon. Again, I'm going to eyeball it. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay, and teaspoon of garlic powder, cayenne pepper. Oh yes, gotta have cayenne. We have a half a teaspoon. Again, I'm going to eyeball it, not too much. Half a teaspoon. Black pepper. A pinch or so of black pepper. Okay, and I think that's it. Yes, mix that around. Okay, so we are going to divide this in half because we're going to put half of this in here, into this mixture, and the other half in the shrimp. Okay, so let's do that. Just get them coated. And there we have it. Okay, next, we're going to coat them now. I'm going to get my nice big bowl here. Get this stuff out of the way. All right, so we are going to take the shrimp. We're going to put it in the buttermilk. And then the flour. So I'm going to take a whole bunch, put it in the buttermilk. I'm going to use 1 hand, so this hand is clean. Put it in there, and I'll put it on my plate. You can shake off a little extras flour mixture there. We got this. This goes in here. This is a lot of shrimp. This makes a lot of po' boys. So Dan and I are going to be eating po' boys. A lot of them. There we go. And it's a process, but you know what? It's not so bad. You know, it is what it is. Ooh, I don't want to use this hand. I don't want to use this hand. I have to have 1 clean hand. Looks delicious. We had so much fun in New Orleans. We went on the, what was the riverboat called?
Jungle Queen.
Jungle Queen.
I think.
I think so too, but I'm not sure. But anyway, it was so much fun. It was a real paddle boat. What do you call them? A river boat, I guess. Yeah.
I'm not sure it was the Jungle Queen because that might have been Fort Lauderdale.
Oh yeah, you're right. Might have been. But nevertheless, we went on one, and it went up the river, and we had drinks, and at one point we had some hurricane drinks. Oh my goodness, it was brutal. They were awfully good though, Dan, weren't they? But oh my gosh, and they're like huge. How many ounces was it?
20 ounces.
20 ounces of what? Gin or rum
150 overproof rum.
150 overproof rum. So, needless to say, we couldn't finish them, although we tried. We gave it the old college try, but yeah, it was so good. And the kids had so much fun. And the street, they had a little parade, although it was not Mardi Gras, but they did have a street parade, which was really fun. And yeah, it was really great, except like I said before, it was so stinking hot. Oh my gosh. Humid and hot and sticky. But we had crawfish, which sounded really good until you tasted them. I mean, some people swear by them. I am not a lover because you eat the whole thing. You eat the head, everything. They look like mini shrimp. No, not shrimp, lobster. All right, so I'm going to finish this off. These are going to go into the fridge for about 20 minutes. You want to cool them right down. All right, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to fry them up and put them together. All right, see you soon. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. So what I did was I fried up most of the shrimp, and look at it here. It's just lovely. So you put about 2 inches of canola oil or vegetable oil in a pan, a shallow pan like this, and you fry them up for about 2 to 3 minutes. On each side. They are shrimp, so they cook very quickly. And I had them in the fridge for about 20 minutes to cool down, to get nice and chilled. And you don't want to put too many shrimps in your pan, because if you overcrowd them, the temperature of the oil is going to go down significantly, and they will just get very tough and not good. All right, so this is the last of them. Smells so good in here. Oh my gosh. Really nice. Whoop. And we are done with those. So let me just get this out of the way. So like I said, it doesn't take any time at all. And what you want to do is you want to prepare some condiments to go on top, or some additives here. We've got some lettuce that was shredded, some sliced tomato, and some dill pickles. They also make this with clams or oysters or any kind. So you can, even like I said before, fish, anything you want to put in here. Pork, chicken, beef, whatever. But the classic is the shrimp, for sure. Doesn't take long at all, because again, shrimp you don't want to overcook because they will get tough. And Dan and I tried a couple of these, and they are so delicious. Oh my gosh. But like I said, it is a process, and it's, it takes time, but, it's well worth it in the end, let me tell you, because it's going to be delicious, and it's going to bring us right back to New Orleans. See, these are almost done. See, you want to use canola or vegetable oil, because the smoke point is lower than like a olive oil. So this is what you want to use. So these are not going to take long at all. Almost done. So you want to get a submarine sandwich loaf like this, or whatever you like to put, whatever you want to put the shrimp into. But this is the traditional one. So we're going to put a little. Let me just make sure that these don't overcook. In fact, I'm going to turn this off and get rid of these now. Yeah, they're good. I'll put them on here. You want to put them on a plate and drain the fat, or let them drip the fat off of them so that they're not too greasy. We saw, I remember seeing shrimp boats come in the Gulf of Mexico. It was really Really a beautiful experience. We had so much fun. All right. And the people are lovely. Really a great bunch of people. All right, so, whoops. All right, so let's get this going. So what you want to do is you want to take some of the Remoulade sauce. Did I say it right?
Remoulade.
Remoulade. You want to put, don't be stingy on the sauce either. You want to go for it. Let's put some lettuce at the bottom of this. A couple of slices of tomato. Some dill pickles. And your shrimps. I'm going to use my hands. Look at this, Dan. Oh, ouch. Hot. Pile those shrimps on, baby. Look at this. Just pile those shrimps on. Okay, let's put some more sauce. Okay. Am I one lucky girl? Because I get to taste this. Look at this. I'm going to make a mess. There you have it. New Orleans po' boys. Let me take a taste. C'est bon. Oh là.
C'est des bons temps roulés.
Oui. C'est les bons temps roulés from Louisiana. Thanks so much. This is so good. Thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you had a good time. I hope you try this recipe. If you do, give me a thumbs up. What else? Please subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps our to grow our channel. And likes.
And thanks to.
And thank you for all our subscribers. I really appreciate you. I really, really do. Thank you. And any new subscribers that want to come online, let's do it. Thank you. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. If you have any ideas, this series is wrapping up in a few weeks. And I'm looking for another series. If you have any ideas that you can come up with for me to cook, some series, I don't know what it would be, but whatever you like, put it in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. It would be great. What else?
Forget the mess.
Forget the mess. See you next time, guys.